IP of Bizarre Injustice Productions, and once again I am working super late on a video that I really should have finished a while ago, so instead I'm substituting with a video that I promised I was going to work on eventually, but decided because of time constraints to just get it over with and hopefully hope that I get it finished before 12 a.m. Otherwise I'm just going to be pissing myself off in annoyance. Can you tell the Marvel vs. Capcom and Capcom vs. videos are not going that well in terms of production? Yeah, I'm going to change my alarm, and I'm not going to go on a date that cost me half a Saturday this upcoming Saturday, or actually trust my gut and release 2 videos for Beyblade separately, so I actually have time to work on more videos on Sunday, instead of just doing both on Saturday and then being surprised when I don't have any content for Sunday to upload. Yeah, I'm not making very good choices this week in terms of being a good YouTuber. Don't feel like you guys will be happy with me living my life. Not your fault, mine. Anyway, you guys have been wondering why I haven't made this video in a while, especially for the 2 people that were curious about my thoughts on this. Okay, I feel like there was more votes, but whatever. To make a long story short, this battle has one major flaw that prevents it from being what I consider one of the best battles in the series as a top 10 fight in the Metal Master season, even though I think it has a lot of cool elements that make me come back to it. Kyoya and Gingka start really well, Gingka pushing through Lion Gale Force Wall and wailing on Rock Leone, only to reveal that no, Kyoya is just enjoying it and claps back. Gingka dodges and goes into the sky to knock it back with momentum, and then goes for Star Booster attack, but Kyoya reveals he's got true Lion Gale Force Wall, revealing he's mastered the Tornado. Then Kyoya activates true Lion Wind Fang Dance, pushing Pegasus back before summoning 5 tornadoes with True King Lion Tearing Blast, and Galaxy Pegasus can't escape that before it disperses, though it looks like Kyoya can only hold those moves for a certain amount of time. Then Gingka realizes that Kyoya is actually planning on using King Lion Reverse Wind Strike and tries to soar high into the sky, but Kyoya goes dummy and uses Lion Gale Force Wall to ride above his own wind, and that's so freaking cool. Now, not only does it get higher than that, King Lion Reverse Strike manages to keep Jinka's Beyblade stuck in place. Jinka's on the back burn, and with no other options, he puts all his aura / resonance / fighting spirit boost and manages to endure Kyoya's slam, resulting in the 2 canceling each other out. Kyoya and Gingka can barely hold up against each other, and without the strength to properly get back up, both of them do one final clash and knock each other out, resulting in a draw. So all these fights have qualities that work well, but what's the problem? Gingka drawing being a source of plot armor, Kyoya should have won. Honestly, Watang Edits did a good job explaining his take on rewriting it so that Gingka lost this one thanks to being unprepared, or I think it being a draw in a tag team resulting in either Tsubasa self-destructing or costing them, and they have to face them in a rematch by working through the bracket. But personally, I think I just focus on keeping the original results the same, just tweak the battle so it fixes this one issue. And you all know me at this point. Plot armor is just a lazy excuse to yell, my favorite character should have won, why won't the writer just cater to my whims? Because really, the problem actually isn't with Gingka. He tries his best with the cards that's been dealt with. He doesn't just rely on Star Booster attack, but he uses his Beyblade's raw power, momentum from the stadium, and its ability to fly high, actively tries to avoid King Lion Reverse Wind Strike, and just got outplayed, but he stuck it out until the bitter end. A lot of people got mad with Masamune breaking down against Nile, and I was actually fine with that because Masamune needed his ego placed in check for him to improve in a rematch. And while Gingka got outplayed, if he didn't like how Masamune acted, you should appreciate how Gingka didn't break down like that. So if the problem isn't that Gingka fought well, or that he didn't struggle enough, or his mentality, what's the problem with the fight? Kyoya was too good? No, you silly goose. Kyoya was given all the tools he needed to make this seem like an even fight. The problem is Gingka wasn't, and it gives a certain part of this fan base this idea that Gingka didn't deserve to make it even or even make it to a draw, even though he didn't perform badly. The thing is, you can still make a fight where one character is dominating over the other majority of the time and still haven't broken even yet, but the trick is that one fighter doesn't have as many tools as the other in terms of their special moves. Now, because I'm lazy, I'm probably going to put an image of the Beyblade Wiki, even though I did watch the episode ahead of time to make this video, even though it's clearly in my mind to make sure I was being 100% representative of my feelings. When you rewatch the episode, you'll notice that Kyoya has 5 special moves he was able to use back to back to back to back to back. 1 normal one, 3 enhanced versions of his usual specials from Season 1, and a new one that he acquired in preparation for the World Tournament. And if you're wondering where the other move was, there's not debris in the tournament for King Lion 100 Fang Fury. Though if the stadium was getting destroyed, there's probably be enough for that too. And Gingka just isn't given a chance to clash with all of them head on or make progress in trying to fight besides the first Lion Gale Force Wall, which shows how strong Jinka's gotten since he doesn't need a special move to take on his rival's first and most basic move that caused the old him trouble. And true Lion Gale Force Wall was a surprise, but after Pegasus got hit by Wild Wind Fan Dance, And in King Lion Terran Blast, Ginka's only option is to strike when the move runs out of energy, but he doesn't pick up on that. His gambit to stop Kyoya from using reverse wind strike was well done despite getting outplayed, but that's also the other problem. Kyoya doesn't get put on the back burner at all. He gets to do all the attacking, and Ginka has too little moves he can use to counter. In hindsight, without using Star Driver, Pegasus was restricted, only being able to use 2 special moves, and we didn't even find out he learned to use the other one again until later, and it's because Ginka needed more time to master it. But the problem with Galaxy is that Galaxy should have had the other special moves built on the Galaxy Pegasus from the start. He's never used Meteor Shower attack after a single battle with Kyoya, and Tornado Wing and especially full power in Stormbringer would have been really useful for this battle. For example, after Kyoya uses true King Lion Terran Blast, have Ginka repeat what he did in the second battle and have Ginka ride the Tornadoes in order to do Meteor Shower attack, since the move would be tough with Galaxy's increased strength to countering it. And when the move runs out of juice, either forcing Kyoya to have turn 3D attack so it's more believable Kyoya had taken some damage from Ginka, finding his attacks blind spots and his own recoil. Or better yet, have Ginka use Tornado Wing to counter True Wild Wind Fang Dance, but then Tearing Blast's true upgrade pushes it back. Then when Kyoya joins Jinga's partnership in a stream of tornadoes from reverse wind strike, have Ginka actually use full power to channel through the storm and overpower it, and then try to accelerate using the inside of the tornado to activate Stormbringer, as Kyoya is about to use the other part of reverse wind strike to crash down on it. Remember, Stormbringer is an attack that creates a vacuum wind that explodes towards the opponent and cancels out stronger attacks. So here's for this fix: have the vacuum effects reduce the impact of reverse wind strike and give Pegasus enough aura that it's possible to boost an attack from Storm Pegasus to Galaxy Pegasus was enough for it to push back most of the damage received onto them back on Rock Leone at the cost of its own energy. That way it feels like Kyoya and Ginka put their all into the fight and resulted in them having a draw that made it feel like the latter had all the tools necessary to make it a draw and have more weight from its perspective. But yeah, that's like the one issue that was holding Ginka and Kyoya's battle from truly being great. But tell me what you think about the fight. Was this an issue that you noticed, and would that change help improve the fights? But that's all I got. BIP of Bizarre Interest Productions, signing off.